So I served in Iraq, and it really messed me up. You know, when I go to sleep, I can still hear the screams, and I can taste the smoke. But it was all worth it to get 10% off pancakes one day a year, you know? Veterans Day is coming up, guys. Iraq also made me angry, you know, and we all get angry, you know, and what I do, I like to go to rage rooms to cope. And if you don't know, rage rooms is an awesome place where, for fun, you can destroy, you know, TVs, appliances, your dignity, all in an afternoon. But the problem is when I do it, I barely make a dent because I bring a wiffle bat. They're like, hey, we've got crowbars and sledgehammers here. And I'm like, do you have any Phillips head screwdrivers? I can probably put some of this stuff back together. I've got a beef with the fire department, you know? Yeah. I mean, they live in a firehouse. You'd think they'd do something about that, you know? They get to arrive at the fire in a big, flashy red truck with all the bells and whistles, but I gotta take the stairs? They're wearing helmets and got oxygen tanks, and you know, I'm in my flip-flops and Crocs, you know, because it's casual Friday at work. Anyway. I got a money tree last year to help bring me some financial stability. But I think I bought a depression tree instead. Because I have no stability. I should have known better. The money tree is literally the root of all evil. But if the money tree is evil, I think the corpse flower is at least goth. Have you guys heard of this? This corpse flower is this massive 10-foot flower, right? It blooms like every 10 years. And when it does, it produces a gross smell. Eggs, garbage. And people line up around the corner. It's an attraction. And that blows my mind because all they ever had to do was join the army to get that experience. Tasting a stink before you smell it, that's selfless service. Anyway, I do get depressed. I actually have bipolar disorder, which is super fun half the time. So there's depression, and then there's bipolar mania, which is the exact opposite. You know, I feel creative. I feel like I can do anything. I want to do anything. I talk so fast, and I feel like I can't get hurt. And actually, how I got diagnosed is I ran into traffic. But the most miraculous thing happened. I didn't get hit by a single car because I hit them. It was DC traffic, guys. They haven't moved in 40 minutes. Their mental health looked way worse than mine. But I can never tell that overconfidence, if that's bipolar overconfidence or just regular run-of-the-mill white man overconfidence, you know? Anyway, guess which mood I was in when I signed up to do this? Manic Matt is writing checks that Depressed Matt is cashing right now in front of you guys. But there are some advantages to being a manic or a maniac, you know? I don't need sleep, and I'm so productive. You know, I'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning cleaning my own apartment. But the problem is I do it so well that my girlfriend started hiding my medicine. I'm like, hey, babe, have you seen any of the pills that, you know, help me function? She's like, yeah, I think it's behind that vacuum back there. Why don't you pick it up and see what happens? Let's get weird, yeah. Anyway, I am pretty lucky that I do get to see my VA psychiatrist pretty regularly, about once every 2 years. And it's so impersonal, you know, she'll treat it like a job interview. She'll be like, hey, Matt, what's your greatest weakness? Well, probably my mental frickin' illness, if I had to guess. But my greatest strength? Also somehow my mental frickin' illness. My apartment is spotless. Another part about bipolar disorder is you kind of you have this inflated self-esteem, a lot like the white man thing, you know. And she'll ask me, she'll be like, do you feel like you're the best person in the world? And I'll say, no, not just the world. All right, that's my time, everyone. Thank you so much.